Welcome to the Blinded Truth podcast, Truth Shot, where real stories meet real healing. I am your host, Destinnee Vance, and this episode is powered by Destiny is by Choice Support Services. Now listen, before we even get into this, I need you to sit this one right here because this might shift how you look at every relationship you ever had. Let's get into this truth. Okay. Because some of us have been calling things love that were never love to begin with. And I'm not saying that to judge you. I'm saying that to free you. Because once you see it from what it really is, you stop settling for what it's not. See, a lot of us were taught that love is just a feeling. Butterflies, chemistry, that spark you can't explain, and that rush, that pull, that I can't get enough of you. But the truth is, love is deeper than that. Love is layered. Love is intentional. And love is built. Psychologists break love down into three parts: intimacy, passion, and commitment. And depending on what combination you have, that determines the type of love you're actually experiencing. So before we go any further, let me ask you something. Are you in love or are you just emotionally attached? Don't kill me because there is a difference. All right, let's slow this train down and really break it apart. So intimacy, that's closeness. That's vulnerability. That's the part where you can take the mask off and still feel accepted. That's the I see you for real, not just what you show the world. Passion, that's the fire. That's the attraction. That's the energy that pulls you in and makes your heart race. That's the chemistry people get addicted to. And then there's commitment. And let's be real, this is the one people struggle with the most. Because commitment is not about how you feel, it's about what you choose. It's the decision to stay, the decision to build, the decision to show up even when it's not easy. Now, here's where it gets real. Because a lot of us have experienced passion without intimacy. And let's call it what it is. That's infatuation. That's the I want you, but not the I understand you. That's the late night talks, but no real depth. That's attraction without connection. And if we're being honest, that kind of love, it feels good in the moment, but it doesn't last. It burns fast and leaves you confused. When it's over, you're feeling even more confused. Then you've got intimacy without passion. Ooh, that's friendship love. That's safe. That's comfortable to some. That's I can talk to you about anything. But sometimes there's no spark. And some people stay there. Because safe feels better than uncertain. But deep down, they know something is missing. And then there's what everybody says they want: romantic love. That's intimacy and passion together. That's connection and attraction. That's I feel you and I want you. That's powerful. But even that is not enough on its own. Because without commitment, it's still not stable. So let me say it again. Without commitment, love is not stable. See, real love, the kind that lasts, the kind that grows, the kind that doesn't fall apart when life gets hard, That's what they call companionate love. I hope I'm saying it right. That's intimacy and commitment. That's deep connection and intentional choice. That's not always loud, but it's real. That's the I choose you kind of love. Not just when it feels good, but when it takes work. But here's the truth a lot of people don't want to face. You cannot build long term love on short term feelings. Some of us fall in love with how someone made us feel, but never paid attention to how they treated us. Some of us confused attention for affection and consistency for commitment. And then we sit there wondering, why didn't it last? Because love, real love, is not just about what you feel. It's about what you build. I gotta go a little deeper because this part right here, this is where people mess up. Love changes, it evolves. That intense passion you feel in the beginning, that's not meant to stay like that forever. And when it shifts, people panic, like me. They think if it doesn't feel the same, something is wrong. And no, something is growing. Because real love matures. It moves from excitement to stability, from butterflies to peace, from chasing to choosing. And some people walk away right when love becomes real because they were addicted to the chaos. Let me talk to you for a second more, okay? If you're used to toxic love, if you're used to inconsistency, if you're used to being unsure, peace will feel boring to you and stability will feel unfamiliar. And you might sabotage something real because it doesn't feel like what you're used to. But hear me clearly, that chaos you're used to, that's not love. That's survival mode. That's trauma bonding. Love should not confuse you. Love should not drain you. Love should not make you question your worth. Love should feel like alignment, like growth, like safety, like peace. And that's being real, okay? So let's be real. Love is not one size fits all. Everybody experiences it differently. Your past, your trauma, your experiences, they all shape how you love and how you receive love. That's why some people love hard but don't love healthy. And that's where the work comes in because it's not just about finding love, it's about becoming someone who can recognize healthy love when it shows up. So let me ask you again, what kind of love have you been accepting? Passion with no purpose? Connection with no commitment? Or attention with no intention? Because if it's missing one of those pieces, you might not be in love. You might just be in a lesson. And lessons, they're meant to teach you, not keep you stuck. And here's another truth. You deserve a love that has all three: intimacy, passion, and commitment. You deserve someone who sees you, wants you, and chooses you. Not just when it's easy, but when it's hard too. And if you've never had that, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means you haven't experienced it yet. So stop settling for half love. Stop calling potential love. Stop holding on to people who only give you pieces. Because real love, it shows up whole. And until you find that. Be that. Be the love that is consistent. Be the love that is intentional. Be the love that is real. Because the way you love yourself sets the standard for everything else. And that's the truth. So remember, your destiny is by choice, not by chance. Until next time, keep walking in your truth. Bye.